What's up everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokémon Zeta and Omicron. Now we are finally here on episode 20, and I feel like this is special. Every 10 episodes feels a little bit special because it's like 10 more episodes that have gone by in the series, and I wanted to do something different today. Now I've noticed lately a lot of other YouTube Pokemon playthrough people have been putting their webcams or faces in their videos to make it a little bit more personal, but I have decided to actually take this to the next level and make it even more personal with you guys. So let me introduce to you everyone for this special episode 20. Here it is. It's butt cam. So there you can get a glimpse. That's my rear, my buttocks, my cheeks, and not the ones on my face. So that will be accompanying us for today's episode, and I hope it's not distracting at all, because we're playing some Pokémon Zeta and Omicron, and that is the main thing that we should be focusing on, right? So anyway, here we are in this. I don't even know if I can keep this up for very long. Yeah, who am I kidding? I cannot do this anymore. Now for realsies, welcome back everybody. I went ahead and deposited Polyp because we have another little egg dealer over here, and we're going to talk to him and see what kind of egg he's going to give us. Now for real though, I have been thinking about putting the thing, but honestly I thought back, or I looked at some of my streams rather, where I do have face cam, and I'm really not the most interesting person to look at just because my facial expression doesn't really change. So really, you get to hear, or I guess for me, personally, it looks better if it's just my voice, because my voice is a lot more exciting than my face actually shows. And I don't know if that's really like I do it on purpose, but I mean, I can try and open my eyes a little bit more to look a little bit more excited, but when I stream and I'm really focusing on the game, it just looks like I'm bored. So a lot of people end up thinking that I'm really tired or just bored of streaming and don't want to do it, when really I'm actually really excited. Just both whenever I do stream, I'm really excited, and when I play this game, I'm always excited. But yeah, sometimes I am actually tired. Most of the time though, it's just my eyes are really small and they won't open past a certain point. So people will think that I'm like sleepy or something, or just not enjoying the stream. But yeah, I don't stream that often though, because really most of the time when I do stream, I end up getting like tired of it after maybe like an hour or two, and I don't really want to stream more. But that's why I don't stream that often, is because I know that'll end up happening. And I don't know, whenever I play games, I would just rather play them to myself and experience the story. And when I'm streaming, even though a lot of people do it that way, when they stream, they just kind of enjoy the game the way that they would. For me, I like to commentate a lot during the stream, which ends up drawing away from me, like, watching the story of the game unfold. So, I don't know, streaming is difficult for me. I don't know why. It shouldn't be at all, so maybe I just haven't gone in the groove of it because I don't do it often enough. But anyway, welcome back. I don't know, I just got distracted there. We're actually supposed to be heading to the Ladonger shrine, and I'm not sure why we are over here battling this guy with a Charmeleon. Maybe that's just me getting distracted. It's actually a girl named Karen. So let's take on one more little girl, and then I guess we'll head over there. Mama said there's a rare Pokemon around here, and she won't let me come home until I catch it. I'm gonna do it. Ooh, I wonder what kind of rare Pokemon we can find in this route. One thing that I did look up, ooh, that's cool, Mothim. You don't see those very often, but yeah, I have put the lucky egg on Mr. Egg, and I also looked up where we can get the shiny stone so that we can evolve him into a Togekiss finally, and that is actually going to be in a city coming up, I believe, very soon, called Blackfish City. I think it is the one after this gym, or after this city that we're in, Ladonger Town or whatever. We're actually also learning Ancient Power here, which is pretty cool. 60 power special move. I don't know if Mr. Egg has better physical or special moves though, so I'm gonna go ahead and finally get rid of Metronome. I know it's his signature move and all, but it's really not that great. So let's see what kind of other Pokemon are in here. I'm gonna run away from the rest of them though. I just want to see what kind of rare Pokemon this little girl wants to catch, and then after that I'll show off the map for a little bit, just because, so we can get an idea of where we are in the game. Gligar, that's pretty cool as well. I don't think Gligar can fly. I was saying the other day that I didn't think Hawlucha could fly, but Hawlucha actually can fly. Oh my goodness, before I forget, another special for episode 20, I'm finally gonna put out my Pokemon Sprite pack. It's gonna be a zip file, so all you gotta do to install it is unzip it with whatever zip program you have. Are you kidding me, Mr. Egg? I'm actually gonna try to catch this Trapinch though, because I think Flygon is a pretty cool Pokemon, and even if we don't use one, it would be interesting. I don't know, maybe, oh my goodness, why are you Alright, we're back to Mr. Egg, the real Mr. Egg this time, guys. Look at that. It's Egg. How you doing, my man? He's back, everyone. But yeah, I was thinking that either choosing one of two, Loki or Lilu, and I don't know which one, honestly, but Flygon would be kind of a cool thing to replace that with because, well, I've used a Flygon before, actually. It was Gogglehead. So we'll name this one just Goggles because it sounds cuter. It's a grill, so whatever. Anyway, now that Mr. Egg is dead, we will go ahead and heal up and finally take on the Ladonger Shrine now that we've gotten a look at that area. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to download and play as my character here, this little guy that you see on your screen right now, that will now be available for download. I also need to fix this before I do, though, because there's a little part missing above the eyebrow, and everything else should be alright. So yeah, if you want to play as my character, which a few people have asked me for in the comments, go ahead and download that in the description. It should be very simple to install if you know how to install the mods of this game. If you don't, it's really, really easy. All you have to do is unzip the file and then drag it into wherever you installed the game, the Pokémon Omicron and Zeta game. It's actually, there's a folder called graphics, and really all you have to do is copy and paste a couple of files, and it will just automatically replace them. So, yeah. Finally, sister, our time has come. Devavis' power hasn't stabilized yet. Indeed, it's fortunate that Zeus was able to predict its next position so accurately. It is strange, though. The boss said he needed 2 legendary Pokemon for his plan. Why, though? Is Devavis not enough? I don't understand it either. Why would you need Victini, the victory Pokemon, when you have a piece of a living god? He's coming soon! Are you ready, brother? Always. What is this? Devavis, feast your eyes upon Team Olympus. Your new true masters. You're the kid who humiliated me back at the Pokehedron Collider. There now, Apollo. No, they're alone now. Fear not. Why'd you say they're alone now? Like me and my Pokemon? I don't know. We can just throw a Master Ball and be done with it. They're not alone. Oh, is that Morgan? Damn it. First Wilson, now Morgan? Are the Elite Four taking a stand against Team Olympus? Of course they are. You guys are trying to take over the freaking world. Everyone is going to take a stand against you. Anyway, looks like we are going to have a little tag battle with another Elite Four going on here. And I totally forgot to catch up on Pokemon Zeta. Don't tell anyone, though. It's a secret, okay? I was trying to whisper there, but then I realized you probably wouldn't hear me very well. It's a secret, though. Don't tell anyone. Anyway, this chick here, Morgan's got a Swanna. Isn't Morgan Nate's girlfriend's name? That's a grill. Because yesterday I tweeted something, and then I was like, oh, that's a grill. I love grills. Grills, both the ones that cook meat and also girls. That's the way to say, the proper way to say girls, if you didn't learn in school, is actually grills. It's just that in school they try to tell you that it's actually pronounced girl when it's actually grill, because they're trying to brainwash the masses, you know, brainwash people. I can't take this seriously. Alright, so it looks like Swanna is confused and Mr. Egg is burned right now, but oh yeah, I also looked up and Return is a physical move, so it'd be really interesting if they ever made like a special move like Return. Basically a move that based off of happiness, but that is special attacking. That would be cool, unless somehow it doesn't work that way and it just, you know, states that it's a physical move just for the sake of doing it. Anyway, why is Loki a Walrein? I have no idea. I guess it might be one of Morgan's Pokemon. But yeah, I brought that up because it looked like a dude out in the little overworld sprite, but it was actually a grill, and I realized that Morgan can kind of be one of those names that's for Boys and Grills. The Boys and Grills Club, that's a great place. But yeah, mostly when I think of Morgan, I just think of Dexter Morgan and his sister Deborah Morgan. Those are my favorite Morgans, personally. If you haven't watched the show Dexter, not Dexter's Lab, Dexter, the actual Dexter, like the serial killer show, you should definitely give it a watch. I mean, it's for mature audiences, but I trust you guys. You know, you guys are grown up enough to watch it, alright? I give you my seal of approval, and if your parents don't, then, you know, I'm overriding that approval right now. Go and watch it, because it's a really good show, and you should definitely, it's worth watching, I would say. The last few seasons get kind of bonkers, which if you have watched the show, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is like my weekly recommendation. I always recommend shows. Like, I know a couple of weeks ago I was all about Attack on Titan. This week I'm going to push Dexter to you guys. I said last episode, I've been watching a lot of superhero movies, but those are always going to be like at my top of recommendations, I guess. So I don't know, if you haven't gotten into like the Marvel universe and all that, you really should, because I'm trying to get Luke into that. My Zelda master, my roommate, not really roommate, because we're not really in the same room. What do you call that when someone just lives with you but they're not like a roommate? Because roommates, I always think of like college, where you're like sharing a dorm, but then again, that could be like a dorm mate. So I don't know, whatever you call that, I'm gonna get him into that. So you guys should get into that too, because there's a bunch of new movies coming out. I know Guardians of the Galaxy tomorrow, and I'm really excited for that because Chris Pratt, he's my boy. Why am I getting all into this? I don't know. I guess we're just really fighting little Team Olympus guys, but I mean, I don't know. They're gonna go down here, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, Dexter, watch it, because there's a chick named Morgan in it. Actually, there's a dude and a girl named Morgan. And I mean, I could spoil some stuff, and yeah, their last name is Morgan. Just know that. Impossible! Team Olympus cannot lose! We will have our vengeance! That chick is way too happy for the voice that I'm giving her. No! Impossible! None will stand in our way! Quick, Walrein, use Roar! Alright, she made the thing go away. What was that? Is that like Unknown's Mega Evolution? I don't know what that was. It looked like a Digimon. Roar! The attack that makes any Pokemon flee, no matter how powerful. The Elite Four will pay for this. Zeus already knows where Victini, the victory Pokemon, is appearing. Our first wish is for a painful death of the Elite Four. And you too, jeez. A painful death, not even just like you should die. They want you to die a painful death. That is messed up, man. Anyways, Tobias wanted to meet you, alright? He's the youngest of the Elite Four, only 11! I guess he heard you beat his twin brother Graham. So just keep an eye out for him, alright? I have to follow Team Olympus. Alright, see you later. It was a great pleasure meeting you. Also, when we fought Graham, I mentioned that, I was thinking he was like gonna cry when he lost his battle, and a lot of, well, not a lot, but a few people commented saying that they were 11 and that they don't act at all that way. So I apologize, all 11-year-olds out there in the world. You guys are way cooler than Graham, the gym leader. Actually, Graham, the gym leader, is pretty cool. So you're just as cool, if not cooler than him. Let's say that. Anyway, let's check out our secret base after a little bit. I think I've done a few upgrades that I haven't shown off. You can actually, if you have the skeleton key, which you end up getting in the secret base after upgrading it. So if you have it to this upgrade that I've got here, the second upgrade I think it is, you can get the skeleton key and basically access your secret base from any one of those little onyx tail things. So anyway, as you can see, we have gotten the gym leader PK96 to show up here, and I think if you talk to him, you can actually battle them, and you can purchase other gym leaders as upgrades. I've actually also got Devin, the first gym leader, the fighting type guy, but for some reason he's not actually here. But as you can see, they will have very, very high level Pokemon, so I am not certain at all why I actually ended up battling this guy. We are not going to have a good time, so I will see you all whenever we lose here, because oh my goodness, this is high level. Rip in pepperonis. We took out Kling Klang somehow. Well, actually, Mai did a really good chunk of damage and burned it, which ended up taking it out, but nonetheless, way too high level for us. PK096, the robot.
Exterminate all humans. Exterminate.
That just went from like robot to demon and then to like a burp and kind of gross. So anyway, now that we did that shrine thing, this is actually still closed and I don't think this ever opens. Bicycle path under construction. So I said I was gonna check out the map. Check out? What is check out? Like the Czech Republic? How do you say that? Anyway, yeah, this route would be the cycling road. I don't think we can ever access this. Maybe from up here in Yahtzee Town. But we are trying to get to Blackfish City here. This is where we can buy the shiny stone. So if we can make it there, we are golden as a something that's golden. I don't know. Why did I even try that if I don't know anything golden? But anyway, I don't think we can actually get to this area, so I'm pretty sure we're just going to end up going straight to Blackfish City. So we will be able to have ourselves a Togekiss sometime soon, hopefully. And can't use that here. I don't know what item I might have equipped then, because I swear I had the bike, but I guess it isn't. So we're going to head back over to this route, which we were at earlier. And yeah, I really have no idea what that Pokemon that Team Olympus revived there was. But I'm wondering now if Team Asgard is doing the same Pokemon, because I know that there are other Fakemon in this game, but I'm pretty sure they're irregardless of... Not irregardless, I think it's just regardless how you say that. Regardless of which game you're playing, they will try and revive that big golden unknown Mega Evolution guy. So yeah, that should be about the same. And back when we had Shaman, it ended up being Shaman in both games. So yeah, next time I might do a special video, like catching up on Pokemon Zeta, and just upload like one episode, which is literally just gonna be my journey through Zeta and my team members there or something. So if you would like to see that, let me know in the comments. Yeah, and I'll do like a special video, which will be like an alternate universe of just my character in Pokemon Zeta, kind of going through her adventures. We got a little girl character over there. She's not really a little girl, she's just, I don't know why I always say little to like make things sound cuter. I guess that's kind of like in Spanish. Here's a little Spanish lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Instead of saying a little something, like if you want to make something cute, like say, oh look, that guy's got a tiny little cup of tea. If you wanted to say that in Spanish, a cup of tea would actually be, how do you say cup actually? Because you can say copa, but copa it kind of means like a wine kind of cup, not really like a coffee mug. A taza, I think that's how you say it. Una taza de café. So you just add the word ito or ita to the end, and that makes it little. So for example, the word taza, like a taza of café, which is a cup of coffee, you would say a tacita. Tacita of café, and then you have a little cup of coffee. So there you go. It's a little Spanish lesson. I always thought that that makes words sound so funny, because literally for every word you just add ito or ita and it'll make it small. So here we have a cat, normally a gato. Gato is cat. Gato? Why do I say it like gato? Like I don't know. I know how to speak Spanish, but usually whenever I speak it like on YouTube or something, I'll do like a weird like English accent over it. So anyway, gato means cat, but if you wanted to say a little cat, you would say gatito. Why is that so funny to me? I don't know why. It just sounds funny to add like ito and ita to everything to make it sound like smaller. And that's what parents do to like their kids when they're like when you're talking to like a kid. Like if I ever have any kids, my man, I am gonna be adding itos and itas to every freaking word that I say to them. Be like, oh, you want some juice? Here's some juicito. Why is that so funny? I'm so dumb. Anyway, Lucario is learning Heal Pulse. I don't even know what that does, so I'm not gonna teach it to him. Alright. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm like out of my mind right now, because I'm like going insane laughing at my own stupid joke. It's not even a joke. It's just Spanish. It's a strange language. It's not really strange. In my opinion, Spanish is easier than English, but I guess that's maybe because it was my first language, and somehow I still haven't forgotten it. I don't think you can really forget languages. I know that some kids, like, back in my high school, or I guess in middle school days, a lot of kids in the Miami area would be, like, of Hispanic parents, and obviously when you're raised in a Hispanic family, they're gonna raise you speaking Spanish if they were originally from that country, like they were born there. They're usually gonna raise you with Spanish, and somehow those kids end up like not knowing barely any Spanish. I don't get how that happens. I don't know if they're like ashamed of the language, but I think it is really awesome to actually be bilingual, because think about how many people don't know two languages. Like there are so many people in the world that can only speak one language, and you have that advantage where you have two different languages that you can communicate in. Plus, just knowing Spanish opens up so many like places you can visit and be able to communicate in. Like, I sometimes think I could go to pretty much anywhere in South America, or like Spain, or a lot of places in Europe, because I know English as well. So pretty much all of those areas are just opened up to you because you know these two languages, and that's an advantage that you have over a lot of other people. Not to mention how it helps in like jobs and stuff, because if you live in an area, like I said, Miami, where there's a lot of bilingual people, especially specifically in Spanish, it can help you get jobs a lot easier too. So overall, I think it's a really cool advantage. So I really didn't get why so many kids in like my middle school would be like ashamed that their parents taught them Spanish, and they would like speak it really badly, or just not speak it at all, or pretend they don't know it when clearly they do. And I just think it's so cool to know two languages, and I would love to learn like more than two, but man, I've been like trying to learn like little itty bits of Japanese, and it is so hard. I don't know why, how I learned Spanish, I mean, because like back then I guess I was smaller and I was growing up literally learning too, because my parents, my mom and my grandparents and all that would talk to me in Spanish like at home, but then I would always watch English television. So I don't know, maybe I should just start watching all Japanese television, even though like that's pretty much anime. I already watch anime in Japanese, and I mean I picked up some small words, but I can't like formulate sentences or anything like that, even basic ones. I don't know what the heck I would say other than like introducing myself. And really, what is that gonna do? It's like you introduce yourself in Japanese to someone that speaks Japanese, and then they'll respond by like asking you a question, and then you're not gonna know how to reply. So you'll just speak English, and they'll be like, all right, why'd you introduce yourself in Japanese if you don't know anymore? Like, what was the point? You just wasted my time in speaking Japanese when you don't even understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying, but either way, it would be really cool to learn a third language, and I think Japanese would be a good one to learn just because that seems to be like the next big rising language. It's like Japan is the leading, one of the leading countries, I would say, in like technology and business and stuff, so I would say that that's going to be one of the languages that's definitely going to rise. If not, then I would like to learn like Korean or something, because I just like Koreans, man. They're like, if I could pick like to be from anywhere else, I mean, I'm not saying I would replace being from Puerto Rico, because I really like that place too, but if I could have chosen to be from somewhere else, I probably would have picked like South Korea. South Korea is the good one. Just saying that, because yeah, definitely South Korea, not North Korea. That does not sound like fun. Kim Jong-un, you know, I'm sure he's a great guy and all, but do not want to be from there. But yeah, South Korea, that's probably where I would have chosen if I had a third choice, maybe like Spain or something, because Spanish people, man, they have a cool accent. And I mean, I guess you can kind of like make up the accent, like, puedo hablar en español así como si soy de España, pero de veras no soy de España, así que voy a sonar como quiera, como si soy de Puerto Rico. ¿Te gusta Puerto Rico? Me gusta mucho Puerto Rico. Oh, Puerto Rico. Anyway, that's probably gonna wrap up this episode before it gets any weirder. We're gonna heal up Mai real quick, and that is our last potion, so not sure exactly where we're going here. We're kind of just in the middle of a route with a lot of things that we can do. This is definitely a trainer. Hey, do you want to have a battle? I guess so. I mean, kind of already walked up to me, so I guess we'll take on this guy and wrap it up. Not sure how we're gonna get to the next town, but it probably won't take very long after this, because, well, actually, it seemed like it was a pretty long route. The thing is, I don't know if we're heading over to that meteor landing place that we saw on the map, or if we're heading over to Blackfist City. My hopes are that we're heading to Blackfist, obviously, because then we can get ourselves a shiny stone, evolve Togekiss, and yeah, before I finish off the episode, this has been another kind of off-topic, super random, ranty episode, but last time you guys really seemed to enjoy that, so yeah, the way that you could let me know, obviously, other than watching the videos, a lot of you guys have been watching the videos. That's what I always prioritize, because really, as long as you guys are watching is what motivates me to keep making videos. But yeah, if you're enjoying these kinds of random, weird, ranty talk videos, be sure to leave a like, and yeah, those are always also pretty good. But mostly I always just think about the views, because that's, you know, if people are watching the videos, then obviously I'm going to keep making more, because people are going to keep watching. Likes are just kind of like the cherry on top of the cake, except I don't really like cherries on cake, or cherries on anything. Cherries are kind of not the best. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Do you like cherries? Mr. Egg loves nothing more than being with me. Well, I guess that answers our question. See you guys in the next episode. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Thank you for watching. I love you long time. Goodbye.